different points of views and they don't get along with each other. I understand that. That is personality. But I'm talking about man and woman. I'm not talking about personalities. I'm talking about a man, a male, and a female. Here, you have two opposite things. We are not talking of personalities yet.
Okay.
We are just talking about two different.
Okay, somebody like Martin Luther King, or somebody who's like an inventor or a professor or whatever, artist, if they spend all their time trying to deal with their partner who's so different, all their energy gets expended on that, and they're not able to, get out of that spiral to go to a higher level of go and do some research to do that invention, or something that's much more worthwhile. It might even be like they don't even have time to go spend some quality healthy time with their own kids or their parents, because with the spouse it's such a huge drain of resources.
But it doesn't have to be, because after all, she is your wife, she's your life partner. And
yes,
if you don't pay attention to her, she is going to be a more headache than she is right now. So you better start paying attention to her.
So maybe she's just being a headache because she is she wants to suck that attention I should be expending on at looking at the quality of other things in my life. Then if I spend a lot of time looking at the differences, to deal with those differences, it's going to be exhausting.
Well, not really. This is how things can be like worked out, where let's say you start a relationship now, in 1 year or 2 years you will have, let's say in 1 year or 6 months, you have some understanding of who this person is or who you both are. Between the two of you, you understand things. Now the thing is this: you will always have differences, you'll always have problems, you'll always have different point of views, and you'll always disagree. But the key is communication. Can I get through to this person? Can I present my point of view to this person, and this person is able to understand my point of view? And can I accept her point of view and I'm able to understand? This is communication. If you can communicate with each other and express completely whatever you're thinking about an issue, about each other, then you are at a certain level of how can you say it? A certain level of
Cooperation?
no.
Maturity?
No.
Functionality?
Yeah, could be.
Operation?
You're a certain level of cooperating with each other, where you allow each other to express what the other has to say, and then still have a different point of view, and still be able to disagree and accept the disagreement, unless it's like $1 million investment and one agrees and the other disagrees. Then things can be worked out. Then things can keep going on, because the most important thing is communication. What happens is, you have a disagreement, you have an argument, You stop talking to her, or she stop talking to you. You start ignoring each other. You start turning your face the other way when the other one walks in, and you start this stupid game of ignoring each other, or keeping a distance. See, that is the problem.
Holding a grudge.
Holding the grudge. Yeah.
Making a long face like,
So,
I'm unhappy with you.
yeah. So if you're unable to communicate, there lies the problem. That means you have a shortcoming. You are not able to communicate. Or your grudge is more important to you than communicating with this person. You don't really love her. You love your point of view.
Yeah.
So how are things gonna work? And she can see that. She's not stupid. Like, two people living each other, they can know how the other person is behaving. They can, infer, okay, this person is really meaning something he's saying, or is just bullshitting me. You can see that in a person. Unless you're a complete dummy, then you cannot see. But
So she can see that I'm really disturbed by her rudeness, but she continues to be rude, or she's disturbed that she leaves a mess, and because of the food or whatever, she leaves a mess, and because of that food, leaving those crumbs or whatever, there are roaches, and that it is affecting me, but she doesn't care about that.
well, this is something about chores. You can work out. Okay, this is your chore. This is my chore. You have to do this. If you don't like to clean, I can clean. But you have to these other chores. There are chores in the house. Many, many, many chores. So you can
What
do
if,
what?
what if your biggest chore is cleaning up after her? I mean, that's a liability.
Well, you think that
You
is a chore,
constantly-
but if you're
You're constantly cleaning up her mess. She's a liability.
but if
It's a ticket coming, there's bills. She's like bankrupting you emotionally, financially.
But if you have divided your responsibility equally, then it shouldn't be a chore. Then she's doing an equal part doing something else. That means you didn't balance it right. So that's why you feel that way.
Yeah, so both people have to agree that there is this thing called chores, and there is a mutual.
See,
some
this
kind
is
of-
this is the thing about life. You are a certain way, and this is the lessons of life. The life teaches you this lesson, and this is the lesson you have to learn. You are Fazil. You are a male, and this is your personality. It's a certain way. This is a girl, whatever her name is. She has a personality. She is a certain way. Now, if you are a clean person who like cleanliness, life is going to teach you how dirty things can get.